Welcome to this deep dive. You know that wall of 50 screens at your local sports bar? Well, it's not just a messy bunch of HDMI cables tucked behind the drywall. It's actually a completely hidden IT network.
Right, yeah, it's a huge high-stakes ecosystem.
Exactly. So our mission today is to decode that invisible infrastructure. We're looking at specs from this massive supplier, HDTVSupply, to figure out how modern video distribution actually works in the real world.
It really is fascinating. I mean, we just assume getting video to a screen is just, plugging it in. But to understand the true scale of this tech, you have to look at the smallest node first.
Right, getting the video captured without needing a massive camera crew. So let's start right at the source. The material talks about this Epiphan EPI-ESP1909 production starter Pearl-2 bundle.
Yeah, that is quite a mouthful.
It really is. But it includes this EC20 PTZ camera. And I kind of think of this bundle as like a Swiss Army knife. You get the processing brains and the optical eyes all in one box.
Well, and the PTZ part is key there. That stands for pan, tilt, zoom, which is, crucial because it lets one person control multiple camera movements remotely.
Wait, so it basically replaces an entire camera crew?
Exactly. One operator at a desk can just zoom and pan instantly. It completely flips the economics of live production because you turn a single person into a full broadcasting suite.
Okay, so you have the feed captured efficiently. But taking that single feed and throwing it across a massive venue, that's where the math just gets crazy to me.
Oh, absolutely. It scales up fast.
I was looking at these Wolfpack matrix switchers in the catalog. They go from small setups all the way up to these massive 160 by 160 grids. And honestly, my first thought was, why not just use cheap splitters?
Well, because a splitter just blindly duplicates one single channel to every screen. A matrix switcher has to do something much heavier.
So it's routing totally different signals to dozens of different TVs at the same time.
Right. Think of a 160 by 160 matrix like a high-speed train switchyard. You have this massive central processor that is instantly routing dozens of incoming high-resolution video feeds to any outgoing track simultaneously.
And doing that without a single collision or dropped frame.
Exactly. And doing it with 4K video requires some serious heavy lifting.
Yeah, the specs mentioned AV over IP, so they aren't even using traditional video cables anymore, right?
No, not at all. They're actually chopping those massive video files into tiny data packets and sending them over standard network cables.
That sounds like it takes a lot of processing power to avoid lag.
Immense processing power, yeah. I mean, compressing a heavy 4K signal, pushing it across a network, and uncompressing it at the screen with zero noticeable lag is tough. That's why a mid-range 32 by 32 4K matrix switcher runs around $1,750.
Wow. So you're literally paying for that real-time computational muscle.
Exactly.
I mean, think about what that means the next time you ask a bartender to put your local game on the TV in the corner. You aren't just changing a channel. You're actually executing a command through a $2,000 piece of specialized IT equipment.
And sports bars are really just the tip of the iceberg here. This same fundamental technology scales up to mission-critical environments.
Right. It's like looking at the plumbing of the visual world. You only notice it when a pipe breaks.
That's a great way to put it. I mean, the supplier provides gear that meets strict TAA and ZWP standards.
Which is basically high-security, government-grade compliance for federal purchasing, right?
Right. Or think about massive video walls in airports. They use specialized up to 10 by 1 processors that take a single image and stitch it perfectly across 10 different displays.
And if one of those displays lags by even a millisecond, the illusion is completely broken.
Totally ruined, yeah. So the challenge then becomes just managing this sprawling ecosystem.
Right, because if you have 160 screens and inputs from all these different brands, ranging from AJA to ZV, the human element becomes the bottleneck.
Yeah, you can't just hand a shift manager a basket of 160 remote controls and wish them luck.
So how do they actually control all of this hardware?
That's where things like the Wolfpad tablet TV control systems come in. They basically act as the centralized brain for all this diverse gear.
Oh, so you get a single interface to just sort of tame the chaos.
Exactly. It takes incredible hidden complexity to create a seamless visual experience for the public. The sheer scale of it is entirely hidden in plain sight.
It's wild to think about. We've zoomed out from a single automated PTZ camera turning one person into a crew, all the way up to those sprawling 160-screen matrix switchers quietly powering our visual world over IT networks.
It really makes you look at those screens entirely differently.
It really does. So here's a thought for you to take away. The next time you're in a massive airport or a crowded bar staring up at a gigantic video wall, look around.
Yeah, try to find the person holding that control tablet.
Exactly. Ask yourself, who is the wizard behind the curtain, managing that immense matrix of signals? And just imagine what kind of chaos would ensue if they accidentally press the wrong button.